Well, and the Suns are one foul from being in the penalty. I think this has been their battle all year to take advantage of an opportunity to get to the line when they have the chance, and Kurt Thomas does.
The bump and the foul on Nesterovic, and 2 shots coming for Kurt Thomas. Second now on Nesterovic, and to the line goes Kurt Thomas. Very efficient game last night against Shaquille O'Neal and the Miami Heat. 5 of 7 from the field, finished with 13 points. And getting set to check in now amidst the boos here in downtown Phoenix. The one-time Sun, Robert Horry, very forgettable 32 games with the Suns before he was shipped away to Los Angeles in 1997.
Forget booing Horry. Lou Ginobili. He's the guy that worries me. Yeah. I'm not worried about Horry until 2 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Or the playoffs. It's kind of like, with Robert Horry and Nick Van Exel, wake them up when it's playoff time.
Basically.
Yep. Yeah. But you're right. Manu Ginobili is the guy who scored a career-high 48 points here in downtown Phoenix against the Suns last season.
Yeah, and Leandro's not too happy with him either.
That's right. In that first meeting between the Suns and the Spurs, it was won by San Antonio at SBC Center. Leandro Barbosa went down in the second quarter with a knee injury as Ginobili flopped or fell back into Barbosa in the waning seconds of the first half.
He flopped.
Okay, thanks for the clarification. Suns on a 9-0 run, and there is Leandro Barbosa. Should be ready for action at the end of next week. Mike D'Antoni said possibly here at home against the Warriors, or maybe here at home against LeBron James and the Cavs. Timeout from downtown Phoenix.
Look, here's the deal. When you talk about Geico.com, you want to communicate 3 things. Easy to use, no middleman, could save you hundreds on car insurance. Other than that, just sort of be personable, yeah? The old nice weather, innit? Cup of tea? That'd be lovely. How's your mum? Cheers. I'll stick with a small talk, mate. Theatrics might come across as a bit cheesy.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Better Basketball, home of the world's preeminent improvement videos, introduces a DVD with nearly 4 hours of techniques. Better one-on-one offense will train you to quickly read the D and instinctively react with a perfect move. The video even has a section on maximizing quickness potential in your first step. And get the first 5 Better Basketball videos too. Ball handling, 115 drills and 14 moves. Shooting, speed up your release and increase your percentage. Passing, how to read 42 game situations. One-on-one defense, become your team's defensive stopper. And Better Post Play, the definitive video for playing inside. There's nothing like the precise learning progression and detailed techniques on the Better Basketball videos.
Even I've learned some things, you know, working with Better Basketball. It's just unbelievable.
I've seen so many different videos over the years. You will not find finer tapes than what Better Basketball is offering.
Order 5 of the Better Basketball DVDs right now, and the 6th is free. Learn more and get the whole set at betterbasketball.com.
Back here at U.S. Airways Center, first lead for the Suns. Here in the opening quarter, leading San Antonio 9-8. You see Manu Ginobili on your right, Leandro Barbosa, who is cleared to resume practicing with the Suns. The team will actually have the day off tomorrow, Eddie, but Leandro Barbosa will have his own solo practice as he gets set to play again toward the end of next week. And that is our Banner Health injury report. And we want to take you back to that first meeting between these two teams in San Antonio and what transpired for Barbosa in the final seconds of that second quarter. And you say flop.
Well, you know, this is an instance with anybody. Anytime you see a player falling, you have to back up and get out of their way, especially when you're in the paint. And you know, and I get on Ginobili about being a flopper, and he is, but that's a play that Leandro could have got hurt with anyone because he was under the rim, and guys fall in the paint, and you just have to be careful. That's one of the most dangerous areas on a basketball.
Barbosa was playing so well during the course of the first month of the season, and actually in that particular game had 14 points in the first half. Suns still almost won that ball game in San Antonio. It was a 1-point game with a minute and a half left. And then a big shot by Tony Parker down the stretch to douse the Phoenix Suns.
Sean Marion really has to take advantage of Robert Horry. You know, Robert Horry is a very good player, but I don't know if he can run with him. And Sean has to use his speed to just make Horry work. I think eventually he will get a few layups just on outrunning him.
Suns 3 of 9 from the field so far. James Jones comes in out of that timeout. Blasting along the baseline, Rajabell, but throws it right into the hands of Bowen. Here comes Tony Parker streaking down the lane, lays it in. That is vintage Tony Parker, much more comfortable going to the rim than shooting the J.
That's the way he plays, and it's that kind of way that really, I think, gives him opportunities to score in a consistent manner.
That ended the Suns' 9-0 run. Marion trouble with the handle, scramble in the corner, and San Antonio will take possession. Checking in now for the Spurs, Nazr Mohammed. And he was a force against the Suns during the Western Conference Finals, in which San Antonio won that series 4-1 over the Suns. Nazr actually getting the start at center over Rasho Nesterovic, who registered a number of DNPs, as in did not play because of coach's decision. Nazr was really the man in the middle in the playoffs for Greg Popovich and the Spurs.
Well, he missed some games during the preseason, and he wasn't in great shape. And sometimes when that happens, you get left behind, and coaches remember it. Although you as a player would like for them to forget it in a short-term manner, it doesn't work out that way.
Ripping the cords, Steve Nash. Suns back on top. Now 11-10. Second field goal for Steve Nash. Kurt Thomas has 6 to lead Phoenix. Inside Ori, too strong. Ripped out of there by Kurt Thomas.
You know, as you get older in years, you tend to out-quick yourself, outthink yourself. I thought Ori did that on that possession. Had an easy layup, but shot it quickly.
Nash fills it up again. Off balance, and down it goes for Nash. Suns lead is 3.
You know, Tom, he's perfected that shot more and more every game, where he goes in, he stops off one leg and just pushes back to get away from the shot block. An excellent move for a guy of his size in the paint.
Nash doing his damage last night against the Heat with the dishing, had 19 assists against Miami, just 11 points, as Manu Ginobili finds the mark, and the Suns lead is 1. Suns 5 of their last 6. Rajabell pops out, boarded there by Bowen. And here come the San Antonio Spurs. 5-game winning streak started after Christmas Day when they lost in Detroit to the Pistons. Ginobili making his way to the hoop and fouled there by James Jones. And checking in now for Phoenix, returning as Boris Diaw.
And I know on the scouting report, and here's this coming from a guy that wasn't known as a defender, okay, or a very good defender. But I do know this. He's left-handed. Make him go right. And I know he can go right well. But you know what? Make him go right. Because when he goes left, he's almost unstoppable. That time he's on the side of the floor where he can get a direct line left. James Jones has to get on that left hand. Make him turn, make him do something to cut down on the easiness of him getting to the rim.
And another player, too, like Tony Parker, that you want to slough off of, make him a jump shooter rather than a slasher. Spurs back on top now, 14-13, 3:10 and counting here in the opening quarter. Diaw right to the rim, right past Nazr Mohammed.
And a quick move, and that's what he has to do against a guy like Mohammed. Get in good range, catch it, put it on the floor one time. He can't move his feet.
Suns with their small ball lineup out there. Kurt Thomas was effective early, but then Mike D'Antoni going with Boris Diaw now at the 5 at the center position. Switching out, it's Diaw tracking Ginobili. His pass tipped out of bounds. Jones was there, Mohammed was there. And they will give it to San Antonio with 4 on the shot clock and a timeout with 2:43 to go.
We had 3 guys, 3 referees pointing in the same direction, so I can surmise the Suns did knock it out. But Boris Diaw taking it to the hoop.
You stay tuned